Welcome back to Panda Recaps. Today I will show you a film from 2020 titled Sightless. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The police sirens come closer in the background. Ellen slowly moves towards the window when she opens the balcony door and climbs over the railing. She stays on the edge for a while and jumps. A month earlier, Ellen is in the hospital. She wakes up with a bandage over her eyes. Her nurse comes in and tells her where she is. He takes the bandage off, but she is shocked that she still cannot see. She has nightmares of the incident, a person in a mask spraying into her eyes. Doctor tells her that the damage from chemicals is irreversible. She will remain blind. This makes her even more desperate. Detective Bryce arrives to question Ellen about the incident. There is still no trace of her phone or the $500,000 worth violin that was in the car. She is sure that the man came to her specifically and it was not a random robbery. He tells her that they did some research on her ex-husband and there are many people who would want to get back at him. He also mentions that there might be a connection that she was a famous musician for a while. As he leaves, he assures her that they will find the perpetrator. While she's eating, Omar has finally reached her brother. "This is what it takes for us to talk?" she asks during a phone call with him. Her brother has hired a caretaker for 2 months until he will be back in the US, as well as a safe and quiet apartment. The next day, Ellen wakes up already in her new apartment and it turns out it's not so quiet as police cars with sirens pass by. Caretaker knocks on her room door and comes inside to introduce himself. Clayton is the Ferrari of personal care. As he describes the ongoing outside and the layout of the apartment, it makes her wonder how her life has changed as she's sightless now. Imagination is her new reality. Ellen gets up to explore the surrounding environment and makes it to the kitchen. She gets scared of Clayton, who is making lunch for her, and explains that he will come every day at the same time. He will mainly help her to adjust to her new life and teach her the necessary things for independent living and not lose herself. She tries to reach her friend Sasha for the 3rd time and leaves her a voice message, saying that the apartment feels empty and that she misses her. Ellen still has nightmares of that terrible night. She wakes up and feels something dripping on her hands. It is blood from her eyes, but it turns out that it was just a bad dream. It was water dripping from the ceiling. Clayton is back and has brought a pet for her. Unlike telling her, he suggests to unleash her imagination by choosing the color of the bird herself, and reveals to her that he had to use his imagination in the past also. She can already move freely around the apartment and hears noises coming from one of the living room windows, but is confused because she cannot hear anything coming from the other window. Clayton distracts her by telling her that she received a voicemail. Detective Bryce enlightens her about the findings. They found boot treads, but no fingerprints from her car or near the crime scene. She tells Clayton how her ex-husband stole money from other people and pissed them off, now serving 15 years. She guesses they're after her. Clayton's attempt to cheer her up by reminding her of her golden days when she was popular, makes her angry and apathetic. Her love for music was lost after the marriage. When he leaves, she finds a speaker and turns on the music, and begins to practice walking with the cane he left for her. At night, Ellen hears someone enter her apartment and tries to call for help, but is unsuccessful. She checks the house, but doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary and locks the door. The bird's cage is covered with a scarf, which she didn't do. After that, she cannot sleep anymore and walks around the house. She hears voices through the ventilation shaft. There are 2 people arguing, with the man saying, "I told you not to talk to her, she is dangerous," but the other person, a woman, insists that Ellen needs their help. The next day, Ellen tells Clayton that it felt like the lady was in her apartment. He says it's normal for her that other senses become stronger, and offers to take her for a short walk outside, but gets a refusal. After he leaves, she goes to the apartment next door to invite the woman for tea, but changes her mind as no one is home. As she is about to leave, wind noise coming from neighbor's apartment gets her attention, and after opening her window, she leaves a note on neighbor's door. Later, Ellen wonders why the balcony door was open on such a windy day, but Clayton quickly changes the subject. She asks him why he chose such a profession. He had to care for his ailing mother all his life because his father was an alcoholic. His mother loved to build bird cages and kept different birds in them while she was sick. Clayton mentions that all the people he cares for get a different version of him, but the scary thing is that she got the real one. Ellen asks if she can see him. He allows her to see his face and leans to kiss her, but the elevator distracts him. It is time for him to leave. In the evening, there is a knock at the door. It's her neighbor, Lana. She is a rude lady who does not mind smoking inside without permission. Lana infuriates her more by questioning if it hurt to lose her sight. She didn't lose it, it was taken away. Ellen is confused how Lana knows if she ever had eyesight, as if she knows anything. Lana wants to leave, but is stopped. She starts crying and says she knows Ellen heard her scream. She tries to scan her face after suspecting Lana lying about her age and notices a fresh scar. Lana whispers, "Do not trust anyone," and runs away. Just as Ellen tries to chase her, she stops when she hears Lana's husband arrive. Ellen calls Clayton, who does not think that Lana's husband is a bad person. He met him in the hallway and thought he was a nice guy. He had apologized for the noise and told him that his wife was not feeling well. The police arrive at Lana's apartment after Ellen's call to Detective Bryce. The next day she receives a call from him, who tells her that nothing suspicious was found. He says that Lana has a history of hurting herself and the scar has long since healed. The police officer who came had said that Lana is 48 years old. Bryce asks if Lana told her that her husband hit her, which she denies, saying that she was told not to trust anyone. She is helpless because no one believes her. Ellen has discovered a coincidence between sounds that come from outside, repeat regularly, and are the same. She tries to explain it to Clayton, but he is skeptical and suggests she focus on adjusting to her new life, that would make her life easier. His words calm her down and they share a romantic moment. In her bathroom, she has flashbacks of the terrible night. It's easy for Clayton to say what she needs to do, but her life will never be the same. She is thinking about ending it. Ellen is searching for information about Lana's husband. She hears the elevator ding and goes into the hall, thinking it is Lana. It turns out to be Russo, who overhears her search results from the loudspeaker on the computer. He comes to her door and says that he knows Lana was here and that he will talk to the building manager, because this house would be better off with one less paranoid dog. Clayton comes to tell that he can no longer accept payments from her because he has developed feelings. "I like the Ferrari," she feels the same. His kiss confuses her, she was wrong about everything including him. Ellen explains that she needs someone to rely on, so they have to start over professionally. It makes him sad and he leaves. Later, she tries again to reach Sasha, but to no avail. Suddenly, the door opens and she thinks Clayton has returned, but it is not him. A person with a mask attacks and chokes her. Ellen is awakened by a paramedic. She touches her neck, but he cannot see anything unusual. Clayton arrives to support her, and tells that he is worried about her drinking problems as she thinks that she was attacked by the man from the terrible night. Detective Bryce has arrived to investigate the situation. He asks how well she knows her friend Sasha, because they found boot treads half a shoe size smaller than Ellen's at the scene. Sasha left town in a hurry after his conversation with her and explains that she had obtained a restraining order 6 years ago for stalking and assaulting a co-worker's wife. She may have had a reason for attacking Ellen that night. Ellen says that Sasha was wearing the same mask as that night. She could hear her breathing through the mask, but Bryce has reviewed security camera footage of tonight. No one was there after Clayton left her. She feels helpless again as no one believes her stories. He knocks on the table and leaves, saying that in her condition perception will not always be reality. The next morning Ellen tells Clayton to take a day off. She will call her brother. She writes a letter using the audio function, apologizing to her brother for creating distance between them with her marriage, Clayton for bringing him into this, and Sasha for not doing anything about her husband who stole from her. What scares her the most is that no one believes her, even herself. Someone has to make sense of this because she cannot. She is locked in her head like in a house without windows. "I am sorry," and Auf Wiedersehen. In a second, Ellen wakes up on the floor. She gets up and realizes that she is like a bird in a cage. The walls are out of acoustic foam. The police car sirens were fake. She manages to pull herself up onto her balcony, hoping to get out of here by elevator, but surprisingly, nothing works. Hysteria breaks out as she does not know what to do. Her screaming will never be heard. She then goes to her neighbor's apartment and rings the doorbell. No one answers, but the elevator stops. It's Lana who says that her husband is waiting for her downstairs, but asks if she can help with anything. Ellen understands that Lana is involved in this, however hides that she knows something. She tells that Lana has forgotten something at her apartment. At her place, Ellen turns the faucet on so no one would hear their conversation. She whispers to Lana that she went over the balcony and wants to know what is this place. Home. Lana replies and approves that hidden cameras and listening devices are hidden all over the place. Ellen has a lot of questions, but finds out only that everything was meant for her. She saved them. The doorbell ring interrupts her from receiving an answer to the most important question of her life: where is the exit? Lana's husband takes her away. In a moment, Ellen's personal chef has arrived for a very special dinner. He sees that her hand is bleeding and asks if he can take a look. Ellen furiously questions what is really going on here. She knows that every person involved are liars except Lana, who wanted to tell more to her. Clayton says that Lana's husband has checked her out and they will re-evaluate her treatment as well as Ellen's. This place is meant for patients like her and Lana, paid by people as her brother, and says that this program is not the only to which he works for. All the things told to her about the world outside is to ease her transition back into the real world because she suffers from PTSD and recently became blind. She admits she needs help and cries in Clayton's arms. During dinner, Clayton surprises her with the gift of a violin. He is curious why she stopped playing. Her husband is the answer. Surprisingly, Clayton knows her music. He leans over to her, but suddenly a beep from the oven stops him, which makes her relieved. Back in 2 blinks, he taps the table twice. Her nurse at the hospital and Detective Bryce did the same. She remembers Clayton telling her that he has to be all these different personalities for his patients, to play different roles around them. All the people she thought she encountered were actually different versions of him, which is why Lana warned her not to trust anyone. Ellen offers him a drink for their special dinner. They discuss the book she read which he gave to her, about kids who locked their parents in a nursery and enjoyed them being eaten by the lions. Parents got what they deserved. She distracts his attention and knocks him out with a knife holder. Just to be sure. She finds his keys and leaves the cage through Lana's apartment doors. All of Clayton's costumes are hanging on a rack, even the mask. She realizes it's backstage for this theater. Ellen hears someone whimpering and recognizes it as Lana, who hides in a hospital-like room. Lana desperately whispers, if Clayton has been killed. Ellen asks for her help to get out, but Lana repeats that this is home and he is her brother, the only family member left. She can't be saved from darkness like Clayton in the past with the help of Ellen. Clayton's voice causes Lana to panic, who tells that there is a way out only for one of them, a vent in Clayton's room. She orders Ellen to go alone. Ellen is trying to find the room, but Clayton finds her first and knocks her out. Tied up, she is dragged to his room. She asks Clayton what happened to him. Everything changed when his mother died and his father made them watch how he smashed mother's bird cages with the birds still inside. It made Clayton angry, so his father dragged him to the basement and locked him for 3.5 years. His only lifeline to the outside was his imagination, and when he thought that there was no light at the end of the tunnel, he heard his sister turning on the same music which he used to listen with his mother, Ellen's. She was his light in the black hole, so he wants to be hers. He built this place for her and now she made it real. Clayton can take her anywhere and be anyone, she just has to believe it again. As they talk, Ellen hears wind coming from the vent which Lana was talking about. She needs to find a way to look inside. She pretends to believe him, saying that everything about them will be real, if he will be real himself and not any other. As he turns away for a second, Ellen finds his little friend on the table, which he retrieved from her earlier. She uses electroshock and Clayton goes to sleep. She can finally break out through the vent. Unfortunately, only the mouse could escape through that hole, but she finds a substance hidden there. It is the liquid that smells the same as the one that was sprayed into her eyes. As she tries to find another way out, Clayton finds her again and a fight between them breaks out. He orders the little bird to get back in the cage, but she uses her secret weapon. Ellen spits the chemical from the bottle in his eyes, which she took in her mouth while he was distracted with the violin. Now he's sightless too, he gets what he deserves. Lana releases her from the darkness, she is finally free. 6 months later, Ellen is at the concert. She has left the fear of being abused and sightless. What once filled her with joy can finally return. The curtain opens and she walks towards the stage with her violin in hand. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.